Alright, so today we have a very special lens. It's been back ordered for months, but we finally got it. I'm going to unbox it here with you guys. So today we have the 135 1.8 by Sony. So let's begin the unboxing. Now, of course, usually I don't open boxes like this, but it's a bit special because you guys are here, so I want you to be here to experience it. Let's put this guy away. Just going to put it to the side so we could focus on this beautiful lens. So, again, this is the G Master FE 135 1.8. This was released a few months ago. And it's a very, very beautiful portrait lens. And one interesting thing about this one is that, a lot of people thought that the 85 1.4 was extremely sharp, but when you compare the photos from the 85 1.4 to the 135 1.8, this guy makes the 85mm lens look almost unsharp. It's insane. More on the sharpness later. So for now, let's get this guy open. All right. So here we have the lens bag here. Down here we have maybe some kind of a neck strap. So why don't we start with the lens? Guy to the side. So here's our lens. One of Sony's bags. My precious. If you watched Lord of the Rings, then let me know which movie was your favorite, so I could watch your favorite ones first. Because to be honest, I haven't watched too many of them. I haven't watched a full movie yet, so gotta work on that. But anyways, back to the lens. Actually very well packaged inside of here. Let's take this out. I'm going to take the lens right out of here so it doesn't fall. And that's the lens hood. We'll put this to the side for now. Put this all to the side so we can focus on what is the beauty of the G Master 135. So this does feel like a fairly heavy lens. It's actually very heavy. So we have a autofocus manual focus toggle. We have something that I need to learn about. I am not pretending I'm an expert here. I'm the same as you guys, just learning photography. We also have an aperture ring here. So it goes from 1.8 to f/22, and then there's automatic mode. If you want to control the aperture through the camera, you can do it through one of the dials. If you put it on auto mode, that's how you do it. Now the clicking, it's very cool. This is I think more of a feature used for filmmaking. So right now, when I move this, you hear clicking, yeah? So for movie making, you don't want any clicking or lens noises, so if you toggle this to off, you can move it no problem. Almost no sound. It's a very cool feature that I like. So this is a 1.8 lens, so let's keep it at that. So yeah, here's the beautiful lens. I think while we're here, I might as well make a little cool thumbnail. I'm a photographer at heart, so I gotta make it pretty. In the middle. Cool. And actually, let's put all this side What are we gonna do? Should we? Here. I'm geeking out, guys. I think most people would do the same. Yeah, no, I think it's just gonna look good like that. Thumbnail. Amazing. So, what's really interesting about this lens, obviously it is an E-mount, as most of Sony's lenses are. And one thing I like about Sony is that all of their lenses are actually E-mount, so no matter if you have an APS-C camera or a mirrorless camera, all of your lenses can fit on one or the other, so you don't have to, you know, trade a bunch of lenses when you get to another gear. Buy a new camera or upgrade from APS-C to mirrorless. So that's a really cool feature of Sony. But one really, really wonderful feature of this lens is that it was actually tested. I think it was Lens Rentals. I'll pull up my MacBook here in a second. We'll check it out. But Lens Rentals checked out this lens, and they did specific, like, real scientific testing on it. And what they found was that this lens is actually one of the sharpest, if not the sharpest lens on the market. So, a very, very special lens. We also have, I'm just going to put this to the side. We also have the lens hood. Sony branded on the side. And the lens release clip for any of you amateurs like myself who have wrestled to get this off. Once you put it on, you got to press this down first. You got these two lines to align it. That way you can put it on, as you can see, these two align, and then you could click it on. And yeah, it makes a pretty hefty lens. It's actually very heavy to hold. All right, and again, click, turn off. All right, so let's take the MacBook and check out online what this whole Sharpness thing's about, because I did read an article about it. Okay, so let me just get this screen to look good for you guys. Here we go. So this is petapixel. So Sony's FE135, maybe the sharpest lens in the world of its kind. Not bad. So yeah, Lens Rentals has published early MTF results after testing 10 copies of the lens provided by Sony, and the numbers blew him away. Robert Sakala. I can't read this, but if you want to read what this this graph is all about, then link is in the description. You can check out this article. Let's see. Let's put particular emphasis on the purple line, which is 50 LP per millimeter. Not sure what that reading is, maybe sharpness of sorts. That's a higher frequency than any manufacturer tests that we know of, appropriate for fine detail on the highest resolution cameras. We would consider an MTF of 0.5 to 50, 0.5 at 50 LP per millimeter to be very acceptable. This is hugely better, nearly 0.8 in the center. Oh, we've never seen that kind of resolution before. That's actually really cool. So, let me just get the light back here. So this lens here has a sort of resolution and sharpness that they haven't seen on any other lenses that they've tested. Which makes sense, because when you look at the before and afters between, or the differences between the 85mm to the 135, the 135, this lens here makes the 85 look unsharp. It looks blurry. So that makes sense. That's super cool. Let's see what else we can find. Sakala compared the Sony 135mm MTF charts to the 1400 Sigma 135 1.8 and 1500 Zeiss Batis 135 2.8, two lenses praised for the sharpness, and found that Sony's sharpness is noticeably better in the center half of the image and on par of the edges. So if you want the sharpest image quality, then this lens works best in the middle. So Keep your subjects in the middle and you'll get the best possible sharpness that this lens can provide, or the marketplace can provide currently. Okay, let's keep going. We're learning more. This lens can resolve fine details that would be a blur on excellent lenses, Sakala writes. What does this mean for you? Well, in a couple of years, if you're shooting a 90 megapixel camera, which FYI, Greg's notes is insane, this lens will be one that wrings the most detail out of that sensor. Right now it looks at your 43 megapixel and goes, that's cute. The results are pretty simple. This is the sharpest lens we've tested, period. Or at least out of the 300 they've tested. So this lens here is the Sony 135 1.8, which according to Lens Rentals is the sharpest lens they've tested out of the 300 they've tested to date. So this is the 135, and I hope you enjoyed this very quick unboxing and look at the 135, and we're not done yet. Let's put this MacBook away. We're done for now. Got one more thing to do. I noticed that we forgot one thing. In the bottom, we have some things here, so let's check them out. So we have what looks to be some kind of manual. Well, let's look inside. Let's see. I'm just curious because I haven't actually unboxed one of these lenses before. So yeah, it's just operating instructions. Cool. Easy peasy. And I guess this is just another language. So operating instructions. Not the most popular thing out of you know, everything that people look at with these lenses, but hey. Curious what this is though. Let's see. Just gonna put this to the side. So this, oh, you know what? I thought it was a neck strap. I mean, I probably can't be used as a neck strap because these things here are a little bit too small for that, but this, I'm sure most of you already know this, but again, first time I unboxed a Sony lens. This looks like it goes here. So you could sling a few lenses on yourself and you're good to go. So, in total, the 135, 1.8. There you go.